Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome from a little foggy San Diego this morning. It's Monday. It is the day after Traffic and Conversion Summit 2017, and getting a little rock and rolling here. I guess today's National Nap Day. Maybe I choose to take my nap earlier in the day than late in the afternoon as we get a little later start. But talk about what an amazing event. And you're going to hang around 4,200 other marketers. And amazing vendors that are there to help you. You really do feel like the dummy in the room, all right? And I come to these things pretty regularly. I guess this is our fourth or fifth one that I've come to, and I always feel like an idiot when I walk out there, because I am not the smartest person in the room, which I am happy not to be the smartest person in the room, because I think it's the only way that you actually grow as an individual, you grow as an entrepreneur, you grow as a real estate investor, is to add knowledge to your head. And I have a big freaking head here, and sometimes it's a little harder to get some of the information through, but that's why you have to hear it multiple times sometimes. And it's okay to be a dummy as long as you're smart enough to know what you can and can't implement. What I loved about the event, especially on Sunday, it was funny. It was a lighter crowd, which you expected. A lot of people heading home Saturday night or out hungover from Saturday night party, especially here in San Diego. And I got the convention center right across here. I'm up at the pool here at Hard Rock this morning, just hanging out, getting a cup of coffee, kind of collecting my thoughts. I loved that the CEO, Ryan Dice, last night, basically he wrapped up the event by making people take 2 minutes to focus on their one thing. You know, what's the one thing that they can implement and then go from there? He also gave the analogy that I love using, the theory of unfinished bridges. How we're here where we're at today, and our, the money or our goal is across this chasm that a lot of us, especially as new entrepreneurs, new investors, there's this chasm between where we're at and where we want to be. And the only way to get to where we want to be is to build bridges, build marketing bridges. And unfortunately, a lot of us will do a lot of half-assed bridges which are completely ineffective and go nowhere. And everybody's guilty of that, even me. But what you have to do is focus on one thing, get it done, build the bridge before you go back and build everything else. And I wrote pages and pages of notes, and the presenters were very kind to often give links to slide shares and other presentation, and just so many great content, and hanging out with the speakers afterwards, Kevin Harrington, Roland Frazier, Ezra Firestone, just to name a few, Sue Zimmerman. It's absolutely amazing, all the amount of stuff that's going on. And I'm sitting here this morning like, okay, I'm going through, recollecting, making sure I'm opted into a few websites, I'm pulling a few presentations, and I'm really excited that tonight at 7 o'clock during Note Night in America, the Monday Note, I'll be going through some of my top points, what I think are some of the better presentations, some of the better things. Still trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to have my staff implement. Good morning, everybody back home there. Good morning, minions. And there's so much great stuff. But Steph and I were sitting here last night, actually sitting down at the Del Coronado Hotel, just chilling there at the bar, talking about things and things that we need to kind of fix. There's everybody, I think, when you get rocking and rolling, a lot of times you get so busy putting things in place and rock and rolling, sometimes you don't go back and shore up the dam. And I was looking at my website and looking at other things, like, we got some leaks in our business that we could fix. Because I think, which Nicole would love this, Molly, her favorite person from Traffic and Conversion. We got a train rolling in with Fords from across Mexico right now, making a lot of noise. The biggest thing Molly was saying to is just get some stuff done. Just get it done. It's not all about adding new leads to your business. It's about doing more with what you get. And I think it's one of the smartest things. It's all about doing more with what you get. We can all pay for traffic. We can go out and find more leads. We can go out and find more clients. But sometimes it's not all about the more. It's not all about the paid traffic. It's all about, hey, who do you have in your funnel right now, and how can you help them more? How can you make things more efficient and effective with your existing client base. And she said something that was really, really great that I have to take to heart. Actually, it was echoed kind of throughout the whole weekend. It's all about having conversations. It's all about conversing with your clients, your database, and having real conversations with people. And that's one of the things that Steph and I were talking about last night. It's okay, how do we have more conversation? What are some things that we can implement to give more of a personal touch to people? Because especially with what we do in notes and real estate investing, especially when we deal with real estate investors, you need to have that personal touch with people. Not everybody likes FAQs for their answers. Not everybody likes going to a website and watching videos. Sometimes you just got to have the nitty gritty. Hey, text message questions, or pick up the phone and call on somebody, or jumping on Messenger and just answering back and forth. And that's one of the biggest things that we decided was really important thing for us to try to knock out this year, is have more conversations. While I think we're really good at what we do already with having conversations, being very active, answering our phones, replying to messages and emails in a timely fashion, there's some things that we can do. We saw some big holes, some gaps in our existing business model that we can go out and fix. All right. And that will help a lot of our clients, a lot of our students, a lot of our mastermind members, a lot of you that are watching this, whether it's the first time or you're a regular on here, kind of get things done. And I'm pretty stoked about that. That's why we decided to stay Monday here and head home Tuesday, so I could literally spend some time today going through the notes, jotting down some ideas, focusing on 3 or 4 ideas that we can implement. And if you've never been to a traffic conversion summit and you're an entrepreneur, you need to go ahead and mark a calendar to be here next February 26th to the 28th here in San Diego. It's San Diego, great place. I don't care who you are, whether you're my buddy Brian Allenbach on there, who's an amazing realtor, and Marcus, who's an investor in Las Vegas, or whether you're Gerald Briggs there in Austin, Texas, who's a note investor, or George Crocker, who is a new note investor out of Georgia. It's an expensive ticket, but it is so well worth being here. You will get blown away. I remember the first time I came here, I was like just salivating at all the content. And what I really like too is they split up a lot of the things by tracks. So if you're a head honcho, you need to go to these. If you're more on the retail side, you need to go to these things. If you need to see what's working now as a newbie, go to these things. That really helped identify a lot of great places and speakers to go to identify stuff. So yes, it's an expensive ticket. It's usually about $2,000. They got some early bird tickets going on. You can go to digitalmarketer.com to find that out. They've also got another event going on in September, Content and Creation, I believe is what it's called, CNC, that we're actually going to go to. It's just these events revolutionize your business. It makes you stronger. It makes you realize, sit up and say, I am a dummy, but am I a smart dummy, or am I a dumb dummy that's not going to change or tweak the things that I do? We will spend a lot of time over the next few weeks with our videos, create more blogs of our videos. We'll spend a little bit more time, especially on Facebook, and we'll also spend some time on tweaking our Instagram message with stuff like that. So you're going to see some changes, some subtle changes to the website. You'll see some subtle changes to some of our videos and the content that we get out, especially some of our email blasts. A couple of things that I learned, I'm like, oh, that's revolutionary. It will help me literally clean up a lot of our stuff and be a little bit more focused instead of so broadly based, more narrow margin based, to really help out people get rocking and rolling on some things. So guys have any questions about marketing or things that we learned this weekend, I'm glad to answer. If you're watching this and you were at Traffic and Conversion Summit, hey, say hi. It was great catching up with Travis Houston and Jim Coach from Mobit. God, there's so many people. Deanna Rogers, Sebastian Rusk. Boy, that train, just so you know what's going on, it's not the end of the world there. We got a diesel there, and they're backing out. Train to Mexico. Headed down south of the border, because Mexico's that way, and they're probably taking car parts down there. So, but I know my staff is probably excited to see what we come back with. I'm gonna have to go through my 20 plus pages and the 10 plus presentations I've downloaded to get a better feel for exactly where we're going. So I'm excited, guys. If you're back home there in Austin watching, We've got some great things that you guys are going to be like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, yeah. Nicole, you're going to be extremely excited about some of the great things. I think everybody is. Ryan and Greg and Jennifer. There are some really cool things that we're going to be adding and tweaking. Things will be taken away, and then things will be adding to our business. Woohoo! Exactly right. Exactly right. Now, I'm back to the business side of things versus just traffic and conversion. We got a tremendous amount of bids that came in last Wednesday from the Falcons tape, and then also Friday from the Packers tape. So if you bid on assets, Jennifer will be letting you know if you're the highest and best, or if you're tied, because we had some people make some bids on that were at the same number. She'd be letting you know, hey, you're tied with somebody else. Do you want to up your bid any on the highest in bits? Yeah, Jennifer, that's right. Mind blown with the number of bits. I think we found something. Smaller tapes, but also doing them in the evenings versus doing them during the afternoon. So you'll see that being definitely a focus. Is that especially when we have smaller tapes, we'll be doing it in the evenings, usually Monday and Wednesdays. Jennifer's already done a great job. Look at that's what I love. My staff does a great job. Everyone has been notified. Great. Awesome of their bids and winning bids. So that's good stuff. I will be getting you guys a link, Jennifer, so that people can take care of their deposit to sign up if they're a new winning bidder on some things here in the next few minutes. What other questions or comments? What's your biggest struggle with marketing? Now's the opportunity to ask below here. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you. Post your comments and questions. Over 50 bids on 20 assets. Wow, that's phenomenal. So what we need to do, Jennifer, is on the people that did not get a winning bid, we'll need to reach back out to them and say, okay, we know which states they want to bid in, and make a note of that for our the WCN Imperial tapes. Okay, we got some other tapes that are coming up that they'll be able to take a look at. So that's you and Greg will want to work on that. You, Greg, and Ryan for sure, besides breaking down our existing portfolio on some of the other things as well. Cool. I love San Diego, guys. I would actually looked at moving here a couple years ago and being out here. I'm like, oh, it's so great being out here in San Diego. The weather's great. People are great. Just the vibe of the city is phenomenal. There's a lot of great people out here too. Our buddy Greg Reed, just to name a few people we ran into yesterday. We've also seen some things that we're probably going to tweak with Note Camp from being here as well. We ran into Sue Nelson, who's a note investor as well, commercial note investor out of Connecticut. It was great catch up with her on Saturday. Just guys and gals, sometimes you have to invest in your business by investing in yourself to show up this thing. So as I said before, we have the money note. I'm sure Ryan or Greg or Jennifer Nicole will post a link to the sign up link tonight for the Monday note tonight. I'm going to give you guys away some great goodies as well, some goodies that I got that I'm going to pass on to you guys if you want to download some books from Kevin Harrington or things like that, some other great bonuses that you can tap into for your own melon. But it's always, sometimes it's intimidating, and sometimes people are too stubborn, or pride gets in the way of being able to admit that, hey, you're not the smartest person in the room, and some people have a hard time with that. Steph likes to give me a hard time saying that sometimes I don't like to do that, and I guess there might be sometimes everybody goes through, but I love coming to this event. I love going and picking people's brains. I love sitting back and listening and like, oh, that's so cool. How do I do that? How do I implement it? But the biggest thing, and I'm going to bring it back, you can't get overwhelmed with trying to do too many things because you won't get any of it done. Now, especially if you're a single person or you've got a single assistant, you've got to take a few moments, figure out what's going to be best, what you can implement, and try to implement something relatively quickly in your business, whether it's in the first 48 hours or 72 hours, something you can add to what you're doing. And we were looking last night, we got back here to the hotel late, looking at some of our Facebook ads and some of our Facebook stuff that we do, and like, oh, okay, this is how we can tweak this, how we can pull this information, how can we use our stats from our video replays to identify where people are at and connect with those people to identify some great things. There's just so much cool stuff we learn this week. Little tweaks we can make, little graphics, little image tweaks, little tweaks to the Instagram profiles and stuff like that. George says here, when I walk into the room, people see man and say, oh great, he's here now and I'm not the dumbest guy in the room anymore. George, I'm sure you're a very bright individual from talking with you. I know this. And depending on which room you're going into, it's okay to be the dumbest because you can learn from something. Everybody has something to offer. Everybody has something to offer and something interesting about themselves. And you have to keep that in mind. All right? I think a lot of people will go to an event that maybe it won't be the exact ideal event that they go to, so they can off the side like, oh, these people, it's just a traditional real estate club. They're all investing in fix and flips local. They're not invested in notes. I'm like, there's something they can learn. Everybody needs to know about the paper game. That's the great thing about what we do here is everybody's in the paper game. Everybody needs to learn what we do because it will help them. Eventually, at some point, they're going to be in the paper game. If they don't own a house or they don't have a mortgage on their stuff right now, they're going to be investing. They're going to have debt. And learning how to invest in debt is something that the smartest investors in the world do all the time. You don't see Warren Buffett and others going out there and buying a fix and flip and flipping it themselves, do they? No. They're buying debt. They're buying other options. And that's one of the things that we have to keep in mind because it is a niche industry with what we do here, everybody. But when you're out talking to other real estate investors, realize if you're a note investor or a novice dummy investor, you still have a lot of content and a lot of knowledge that most people don't have. And that's value, not only to them, but it should be value to you to understand that I don't want to go fix and flip a property. I want to invest in the debt. I want to control the property. I want to control the equity by owning the debt. So, any other questions, comments from people out there, everybody? It's kind of a foggy weekend here in San Diego. I believe it's National Nap Day as well. So try not to nap on your business on a Monday too much. But if you've got to take a 5 or 10 minute nap, by all means, it's A-okay. So, all right, everybody. Well, hey, it is Monday. Go make something happen this Monday. Life is all about taking action, implementing things, and making your business and yourself better. One moment, one idea at a time. So we'll see you guys all tomorrow. I head home tomorrow afternoon, so we'll do a close show probably back out here at the pool again. So we'll see you guys all at the top, everybody. Bye. Oh, make sure if you love what we do here, what we share, go ahead and share it to your Facebook page or share it to other people's page that you think need to hear this message, need to identify things out there. We love it when you share things, and we got some great bonuses, some great things we're going to be doing for those that are sharing our information going forward. See you guys at the top, everybody. Bye.